Well, I've come to Thorp Perrow arboretum today. I think it's the 23rd of October. It's a lovely calm day, with it being Halloween. Lots of children here. And judging by the number of cars, there's probably a couple of hundred people here somewhere. But most of them don't go very far, and it's quite big. It's easy to escape the crowd. One of the highlights is this little avenue of acres and brilliantly coloured foliage. We've got this circle of Irish yews and this little seaty place. And they have a tremendous number of fruit on them. I've never seen so many. These sort of little red berry things. Against the dark green foliage. It's rather nice. Here you get the contrast of this bright red Japanese acer with that other acer over there, which is a sort of brilliant yellow. Isn't that quite something down there? But, just read the cloud over. Just have a walk down. Some of them are about just beginning to get past their best, but some of them, like this one here, is just absolutely glorious. Where everybody is, I have no idea. There must be more than 100 cars in the car park. And the avenue continues up there to the house. And a lovely display of fungus. And what they are. There they are, snails like them. They're almost funnel shaped. So this is probably the nicest part of the arboretum, this little lawn bit here. The colours are truly amazing. This bright yellow and green, this one with a almost deep pink and orange leaves falling from this tree here. Absolutely amazing. These are quite stunning every year. Although this year it seems to have suffered lots of twiggy bits on it. Probably caused by the drought. Nevertheless, it's sumptuous colours. They haven't quite turned yet. They're sort of really deep purplish red. And they change that leaf there. Strange. Positively dazzling. And nobody about. Yeah, lovely large tree. Its bright red foliage. Here's the green of that tree behind. And a delicate pink bush, which obviously produces these little orange seeds or fruits. And the seeds inside. Tiny little things. Under this ace of the ground is strewn with yellow leaves. In amongst them, this great mass of fungus, which is not immediately noticeable. I don't know what they are, but that brown stem giving way to that sort of mealy look at the top of the stem will probably be a dead giveaway. There's another one. Somebody's kicked them over. These oak leaves. It's one of the Russula type of fungi. Some of which are edible, some of which are decidedly not. So I'll leave it alone. And here's another glorious little corner. A huge variety of colours. And this one here, that beautiful, I don't know what colour you'd call that, scarlet, no idea, against the yellow-orange of that beach behind. The ink cups, which are definitely edible, but only when they're young. You can see why they're called ink cups. Very fragile. In fact, the whole thing is quite fragile. As they begin to break down to form an inky liquid containing all the spores. You can see even these three, which are relatively small, are all beginning to break down. You see the spores are very incredibly fine. Like a smear down the stem. And that scaly top. If you get them young, and they're all pink, then they're really nice, but quite delicate. These are all decaying this massive beach stump. The recyclers, we couldn't do without them. We didn't have fungus and bacteria, decaying dead organisms then. The dead organisms would be up over our heads. And life would have come to an end millions of years ago. And right next door to it, almost unseen, is this little fragile thing. They are amazing things, the fungus. Here's another one on the same stump. A sort of delicate pink colour. You can see a bit more of it there. And the kids walking past. The other side of the stump is this group of puffballs. You can see there, they don't have a cap as such. The spores develop inside and then a little hole appears in the top. When the big raindrops fall on it, you get a great puff of what appears to be smoke coming out of them, but is in fact a great mass of spores, which is how they become to be called puffballs. And then in front of them is another fungus. Well, I've just come across this tree. I've never seen it before. Obviously missed it. Its number is U375, and it has these amazing fruit on long stems. They look like strawberries. And dozens of them. I know there is a tree called a strawberry tree. Whether this is or not, I don't know. But it is. The fruit are very impressive. It's a big avenue of lime trees. different forms, and these massive conifers. The same number, but they are big, really big. These, well, this one, I think it's a field maple, albeit a variety long and thin, and alongside it is another sycamore type or maple type. And every year they produce the most magnificent colours. There's two really ancient oaks here. I suspect they were here long before the house was built, or when there was another house on the site. And at the bottom of this tree, every single year, for certainly 20 years to my knowledge, is this fungus, and it is edible, although this one's a bit past it. You can see the underside. It's a really complicated looking thing. Unfortunately, I can't remember the name. It's not chicken of the woods, though. But, it's something very similar. And it's big. Look at my hand there, you can see just how big it is. And it's been here every year for all that time. Nobody picks it. A lovely, low spreading tree. It probably looks nothing at all in the summertime, but in the autumn it comes into its own like so many of these trees. I do like the bark on this birch tree. Oh, sort of flakes off up there to expose this lovely pink. What's its tree number? This is the avenue of oak trees. The wind's getting up now, these leaves won't last very much longer. I don't know what it is about kids, why they have to shout. Maybe their parents don't listen to them. And there's a nice view all the way down this avenue of oak trees. All the kids collecting leaves Probably to take to school, although why they had to school today, I don't know. Is it half term? Probably. Halloween half term. As we knew it, tatey picking week. And we all had to go and pick potatoes in a field. I don't remember it being anything like this. It was normally sleet and snow, howling gales and freezing cold. So people might whinge on about climate change, but those of us who went through the winters of the 50s and 60s, climate change is definitely a blessing, especially when you get older. This is what the kids come to see, meerkats. What they make of it, I don't know. What they make of winter, I don't know, but normally we have a little shed there, a little home, and a tunnel into it. There used to be a mongoose in here as well, I don't know whether it's still around. But they do nothing but root around these things. And that one there's keeping an eye out for predators. It looks a nervous wreck. And the thing is that just over the wall there, they fly all these birds of prey like hawks and owls and eagles. A meerkat would be a tasty morsel for one of them if it got away. And they have that little tube there which they shoot up into that shed. And still it's digging. And for the little murmuring noise they make. Well, you stand around for long enough, it will sell you an insurance policy. This is a raven, it talks. Well, it says hello anyway. But you might have to hang around for hours waiting for it. But it's very busy today, with it being half term, there's kids everywhere. Yeah, I've got it on a previous video talking. Bird of Prey Centre. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of these magnificent birds being in these small cages. They just sit there absolutely bored out their brains, really. I mean, there are one or two get out for displays, but and there's one about to start here now. Something to entertain the kids. Through shark fins. The boat are filled with water. Yeah. Least said the better. Yeah, another one of those fungus I saw earlier. A funnel-shaped thing. Well, that's the main avenue of acres. I just turn round. There it is, the main house. It's a substantial thing. I don't know very much about it. It looks 18th century, late 18th century, with all sorts of add-ons. Looking quite modern by the looks of it. And I think the family who own it are called the Rockners, who made their money in shipping up on Teesside and Hartlepool. I think the family have another house down the road at Camp Hill in Kirklington. But the shipping business is long gone. Just the last couple of sweeping looks before we leave. And duffel sunshine.